let's go over our weekly market recap for May 6, 2024. Market headline number one is the markets started to climb back for the second quarter. The major U.S. stock indexes rose for the second week in a row, recovering much of the ground that we just lost over the last 3 weeks. If you look down here, you also see gold for the second week in a row has underperformed drastically. But if you zoom out and look at the partial second quarter starting in April, you see gold is actually the only winner and positive performer, while everything else is still negative. Market headline number two from last week is job growth starts to moderate. We were expecting 240, 250,000 jobs for the month of April, came in at a weak 175,000 jobs, which was the smallest advance in the last 6 months heading back to October 2023. But let's go ahead and dive down a little bit deeper inside the numbers. And even though overall employment is up on a year-over-year basis, the type or quality type of jobs is the full-time jobs are actually negative, while the part-time jobs actually are growing and accelerating. So everyone's got multiple jobs or a side gig or something going on, which means the gig economy is still very much alive in this economy. All right, let's go over the market headline number three. After the FOMC meeting last week, Powell took the rate cuts off the table for 2024. So by him doing that, we were pushing the 5% interest rate across the board. Now, all of a sudden, those started to come right back down. So it was a big week for bonds as interest rates declined. All right, let's go over the top three market movers for this week. All week, usually after the FOMC meeting, we get all the Fed officials. They hit the trail out there and they start speaking, and so they get to voice their views. And so there'll be people will be listening to exactly what they have to say and get their opinions. On Wednesday is a very interesting earnings day. We get Toyota, so we get to see how the car manufacturers are doing. We get Uber and with Uber Eats, and so we get to see if people are traveling more, etc. And then we get Airbnb and see if the short-term rentals are still in trouble or are they coming out of this. We get AMC for the meme stocks, and then we get Shopify, which is the Canadian Amazon, to see how online sales are doing. On Friday, we get consumer sentiment reading for preliminary for May. Here are the corporate earnings for this week. As I said, Wednesday will be a very interesting day, but you can see there's a few other big ones. Disney will be another big one on Tuesday. All right, let's take a look at the short-term chart for the S&P 500. We are still in protect mode. We went to protect mode on April 15th, right around the level, and it is pressing up here. And like I said last week, I'm not going to get too excited until we get probably at 5,200 or above it, or maybe even hit all-time highs. I have a feeling we're going to be in a choppy market here as we head into summer. 2024, though, we're still positive. Performance-wise, up 7.9 on a year-to-date basis. For the bonds, we've kind of been in that chop, which I think we're going to go into on the equity market, but we are also in protect mode. Even with interest rates coming down, we're still below the area that we went to protect mode, and so we shall see, but that was on April 4th. All right, that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Our next update is Monday, May 13th. As always, continue to subscribe, like, and follow, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week trading.